Hello, dear friends! My travel started in a small North Italian city, Brescia, after I rented a car. Brescia is famous for its old town, which contains the best preserved Roman public buildings in Northern Italy, and numerous monuments. Among these, the medieval castle, the old and new cathedral, the Renaissance Piazza della Loggia and Piazza della Vittoria. I've spent a couple of hours in Brescia, walked around in the city in Old Town and visited medieval castle of Brescia with its nice views over the city. Some hours later I arrived in Lugano in Switzerland, and after I parked my car I went to the city center to discover it. Lugano, the largest town in the holiday region of Ticino, is not only Switzerland's third most important financial center, but also a town of parks and flowers, villas and sacred buildings. The city is surrounded by high Alps with snowy hills, and it's located on a big lake which is also called Lugano or Lago di Lugano. These January days were quite grey and cloudy, but despite this the mountains and water still fascinated. And it was a great pleasure to walk around such a beautiful embankment. I can imagine how amazing it is placed when the sun is shining. Another beautiful city I visited, located on the north of Lugano, is Locarno. The city lays on the lake Lago Maggiore, translated from Italian Big Lake. The town is known for hosting the Locarno International Film Festival, which takes place every year in August and involves open-air screenings at the main square, the Piazza Grande. Good morning, Domodossola! From Locarno to Domodossola, I arrived driving through huge mountains. It was really big mountain pass, and this was the first time for me to cross a real pass while driving. Wow! To be honest, it was very stressful, and at the beginning I was driving very slowly, and that's why many cars were following me, because it's almost impossible to overtake on this road. But everything went well, and I arrived in Domodossola safe and sound. By the way, there is a train connection between these two cities, which is very famous because of fascinating mountain landscapes. The name of the line is Centovalli Railway. The link is below the video. In the morning, after breakfast, I was walking around the city center, which is very cozy, and all houses there were looking like in a fairy tale. Old historical houses with their Italian charm made me fall in love. Just look how it's beautiful and cozy there. But the major attraction of Domodossola is the Sacro Monte del Calvario, built in 17th century by Capuchin monks and designated UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003. Walking up to this place worth it because of amazing views. Sacro Monte del Calvario is a Roman Catholic sanctuary on the Mattarella hill, overlooking Domodossola. After drinking a delicious Italian cappuccino, I headed up to the mountain. All the way to this hill was amazing because the higher I was hiking, the most beautiful views were opening to my eyes. It's just breathtaking to stay there surrounded by huge Alps. Of course, there was a photo shooting. I was very impressed by these houses made of stone. At first I thought how it was possible to live there. It must be very cold because of the stone, but it turned out not to be a house, but a sheepfold. Many sheep live there. Look, there in the window.
Привет!
very top of the hill, the views feel the most beautiful. On the territory of the sanctuary, you can spend some time going into the church, walking around the courtyard and taking cool pictures of the mountains which hang over the city Domodossola. And now please just enjoy these views. After I spent one night in Domodossola, I headed toward Milan. The road went through the mountains and along the Lago Maggiore, and it was very picturesque. I stopped several times to get some fresh air and to take some photos. I passed the resort town Stresa with its very long and beautiful embankment. I stopped there for a few hours to take a walk. The tourist resort of Stresa, the jewel of Lago Maggiore, owes its fame to its grand luxury hotels as well as to its marvelous views of the Borromean Isands and the surrounding mountains. Now just please enjoy this crazy beauty. One hour later, after I started in Stresa, I arrived in Milan. For me, Milan is more business city, and the only thing I wanted to see there for sure was Milan Cathedral. The Milan Cathedral is famous for being the third largest cathedral in the world and the second largest cathedral in Europe. Additionally, it houses thousands of important pieces of art. The size and architectural style with many spires is very impressive. It's worth it anyway to buy a ticket and to climb to the roof of the cathedral with all its views over the city. Enjoy! And my amazing traveling is going to be finished now. If you still didn't subscribe my channel, please do it now. This will support my project very much. All the best for you and take care.